Have you ever found yourself lying in bed at night, the world around you silent, but your body forces you to get up again just to pee? Many people believe that waking up multiple times to urinate is just a normal part of aging. But what if I told you that's not the whole truth? What if this nighttime struggle wasn't just aging, but the result of simple habits that can actually be changed? I'm Dr. James Carter, a senior wellness specialist with over 20 years of experience helping adults over 60 restore their sleep, vitality, and peace, naturally and effectively. In my work with thousands of seniors, I've discovered something surprising. In more than 80% of cases, nighttime urination, what we call nocturia, is not caused by aging or disease. In fact, it's triggered by 5 quiet daily habits that most seniors don't even realize are affecting them. The best part? These problems can be fixed without drugs, surgeries, or expensive treatments. Imagine falling asleep and staying asleep for 6 or even 7 hours without waking up once. Imagine waking up lighter, more refreshed, with a clearer mind and less tension in your body. And yes, this is truly possible, even if you're 60, 70, or 80 years old. Even if you've already tried everything and nothing worked. In this video, I'll reveal the 5 hidden habits that may be disrupting your nights, and how to reverse each one gently and naturally. Stay with me until the end, because habit number 5 is one that almost everyone overlooks, but it could completely transform the way you sleep, starting tonight. Before we dive in, if you want more weekly tips to live a healthy, energized life after 60, hit the subscribe button below and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video that could improve your health and happiness. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you been waking up at night to pee? Type yes in the comments if this is something you're dealing with, or no if you've found a way to overcome it. Your answer might inspire someone else who's silently struggling too. Just remember, the solutions I'll share with you today are simple, natural, and grounded in real science. You don't need to rely on harsh medications or expensive therapies to sleep peacefully again. Habit 1. Drinking too many liquids within 3 hours of bedtime. Let's start with a habit so common that most people don't even realize it's sabotaging their sleep. Drinking too many liquids, especially within the last 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, is one of the main reasons older adults wake up to urinate during the night. You see, as we age, the bladder's capacity slightly decreases. It becomes more sensitive, more easily triggered, and less capable of holding urine for extended periods. Pair that with lighter sleep cycles, which also come naturally with aging, and you have the perfect storm for nighttime interruptions. Even something seemingly harmless, like a cup of tea, warm milk, or a just-in-case glass of water before bed, can activate your bladder and pull you out of the deep sleep your body desperately needs to restore itself. And it's not just about water. Coffee, herbal teas, soda, juice, even soups or watery fruits like watermelon all count toward your fluid intake. Now, here's a little-known fact most people don't talk about. Your kidneys continue to filter your blood while you sleep. But when your fluid intake is high at night, they work overtime, which increases urine production at the worst possible time. What does this mean for you? It means more tossing, more turning, more trips to the bathroom, and less time in deep restorative sleep stages, the kind that protect your memory, support your immune system, and keep your energy strong throughout the day. So what can you do? Begin restricting liquids at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. That gives your body enough time to filter and process fluids before you lay down. If you're taking medications at night, that's okay. Just sip the smallest amount of water necessary to swallow them. And if you're feeling thirsty before bed, try rinsing your mouth with water or sucking on a small ice chip instead of drinking a full glass. Many people notice a difference in just a few nights. They fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling refreshed, without the blurry-eyed shuffle to the bathroom in the dark. So don't underestimate this habit. It's simple, it's free, and it could be the very first key to restoring peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. Habit 2. eating dinner too late, and consuming natural diuretics in the evening. What time do you usually eat dinner? For many seniors, dinner happens around 8 p.m., sometimes even later. And what's on the plate? A hearty soup, some grilled vegetables, maybe a warm herbal tea to finish. Sounds healthy, right? But here's the hidden issue. Timing matters just as much as content. And late dinners, especially with foods that act as natural diuretics, can quietly trigger nighttime urination and ruin your sleep. Let's break this down. When you eat late, your digestive system is still in full operation mode by the time you lie down. That means your kidneys are also still working, filtering excess fluid from your bloodstream. Now add in foods that stimulate urination, like cucumber, celery, watermelon, asparagus, beets, lemon juice, ginger, or even hibiscus tea. And suddenly your bladder is being pushed to release more urine at the exact time you need it to rest. These are what we call natural diuretics, and while they're healthy, they're best consumed earlier in the day, not at night. Otherwise, you're basically telling your bladder, wake up, work overtime. No wonder you find yourself staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m. again and again. But there's more. Late dinners also interfere with your body's natural circadian rhythm, the internal clock that regulates sleep, digestion, hormone release, and yes, even kidney function. Studies show that eating too late in the evening can delay melatonin production, spike blood sugar, and keep your metabolism active when it should be winding down. So what's the solution? Aim to eat dinner at least 3 hours before going to bed. For most people, that means finishing your meal by 6:30 or 7 p.m. And keep your evening meals light. Avoid heavy meats, salty dishes, or high-sugar desserts. Instead, choose easy-to-digest options: steamed vegetables, grilled white fish, a small sweet potato, or a light soup with limited broth. Also, avoid herbal teas that act as diuretics, such as dandelion, hibiscus, or green tea, after sunset. If you want something warm and relaxing, go for chamomile, rooibos, or lemon balm. They calm the nervous system without pushing fluid through your bladder. You don't need to give up your favorite foods. Just shift them earlier in the day. Have that juicy watermelon at lunch, not before bed. Enjoy that beet salad in the afternoon, not after 8 p.m. Making this one adjustment, dinner earlier, lighter, and without natural diuretics, can lead to a dramatic difference in your nighttime routine. Less urgency, fewer interruptions, and a deeper, more restorative sleep. Because sometimes, the secret to better sleep isn't in a pill or potion, it's in your plate, and when you choose to empty it. Habit 3. Going to the bathroom, just in case. Before bed. It sounds like a smart idea, right? You're getting ready for bed, brushing your teeth, turning off the lights, and then you think, I should go to the bathroom, just in case. It seems harmless, even responsible. After all, if you empty your bladder before lying down, won't that help you sleep through the night? But here's the surprising truth. This habit may actually be training your bladder to become more sensitive and overactive. Let's explain why. Your bladder is like a balloon. It fills slowly, sending subtle signals to your brain as it stretches. But when you go to the bathroom, just in case, even when your bladder isn't full, you interrupt this natural cycle. Over time, your body learns to respond to smaller and smaller volumes of urine, and that means you'll start feeling the urge to urinate and wake up, even when your bladder is only half full. This is called bladder conditioning, and it's more common than most people realize, especially among older adults. Instead of helping you sleep longer, the just-in-case habit slowly rewires your body to feel urgency too soon, too often, and especially at night. So what should you do instead? Here's the key. Only go to the bathroom when you feel the real urge to go, not just out of habit or anxiety. This helps retrain your bladder to tolerate a healthy amount of urine before signaling the need to empty. And yes, that includes bedtime. Now, this doesn't mean ignoring a real urge. If you truly feel pressure, absolutely go. But if you're simply going because it's what you always do, consider skipping it. Or try a technique called bladder calming. Sit quietly, take 5 slow, deep breaths, and remind yourself, my bladder is safe. I'll sleep peacefully. I don't need to go right now. This is especially helpful if you often feel anxious before sleep, because, and this is important, the bladder is deeply connected to your nervous system. Stress, worry, or the mental anticipation of waking up can trigger unnecessary urgency. By calming your mind, you calm your bladder too. Another tip: limit the power of the bathroom as a sleep cue. If you go every single night before bed out of ritual, your body may begin to associate that act with sleep, even when it's not necessary. Break the pattern slowly. Try skipping the bathroom 1 or 2 nights a week and observe how your body responds. Chances are you'll notice that the urgency was more psychological than physical. Remember, the goal is to rebuild trust in your bladder, to teach it to function with strength, not fear, and to restore your nights to what they were meant to be, a time of deep rest, uninterrupted by unnecessary routines. Because sometimes, what feels like prevention is actually the root of the problem. And letting go of the just-in-case habit might be the first step toward the peaceful sleep you've been missing. Habit 4. Poor sleeping posture and pillow choice. When we think about sleep problems, especially waking up at night to urinate, we often blame the bladder, the kidneys, the fluids we drank. But there's another factor that rarely gets attention, and yet it might be one of the most overlooked triggers of nighttime urgency: the way you sleep. Yes, your sleeping posture and your choice of pillow can directly affect your bladder, your nervous system, and even your abdominal pressure. Let's break it down. When you sleep in a bad position, especially on your stomach or in a twisted posture, it places subtle but continuous pressure on your lower abdomen. That pressure can irritate the bladder wall, even if it's only partially full. It's like someone gently tapping your shoulder all night. Eventually, your brain responds, and you wake up feeling the urge to go. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Certain sleeping positions, like curling up too tightly in a fetal position or using a pillow that doesn't support your neck properly, can compress your spine and activate the parasympathetic nervous system in the wrong way. That system controls bladder signals. If it gets triggered, even lightly, you might get a false sense of urgency. Not because your bladder is full, but because your body thinks it is. Let's talk pillows. A pillow that's too high or too flat can strain your neck and spine, and that tension travels down your nervous system. A strained spine can throw off your body's alignment, affect blood flow, and yes, disturb your bladder reflexes at night. So what's the solution? First, aim to sleep on your back or your side, not on your stomach. Back sleeping is ideal, with a small pillow under your knees to reduce lower abdominal pressure. Side sleeping is also fine, especially with a pillow between your legs to keep your hips aligned. Avoid curling up too tightly. Stay open, relaxed, and supported. Second, choose a pillow that keeps your neck in a neutral position, not tilted up or down. Memory foam pillows or orthopedic contour pillows work well for most seniors because they adapt to your shape and reduce spinal stress. Third, check your mattress. If it's too soft, your hips may sink in too deeply, putting pressure on your lower core. If it's too firm, it may not cushion the natural curves of your body. Aim for medium firm support and consider a memory foam topper if needed. And finally, create a calming sleep environment. Dim lights, quiet atmosphere, cool temperature, and a familiar routine all help the body feel safe and settled. The more relaxed your nervous system is, the more stable your bladder reflexes become. So the next time you wake up to pee, ask yourself, is it really my bladder? Or could it be the way I'm sleeping, compressing, twisting, or stressing a system that's already sensitive? Because improving your sleep posture isn't just about comfort, it's about giving your body permission to fully rest, and your bladder permission to stay silent until morning. Habit 5. Overheating at night, room temperature and sleepwear mistakes. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night feeling hot, restless, and suddenly needing to pee? You might think it's just coincidence, but science and decades of sleep research tell a different story. Overheating during sleep can trigger bladder activity. Yes, really. When your body temperature rises too much at night, either from the environment, too many layers, or synthetic fabrics, your nervous system becomes more alert, disrupting deep sleep cycles. As a result, even the smallest signal from your bladder can feel urgent. You may not even need to urinate much, but your brain, no longer fully resting, interprets that weak signal as a call to get up. This is especially common among older adults. As we age, our body's internal thermostat, called thermoregulation, becomes less efficient. Seniors tend to feel colder during the day and warmer at night. So what happens? You add more blankets, thicker pajamas, maybe close all the windows to stay warm. But by 2 or 3 a.m., your body temperature naturally drops and then rebounds. If you're wrapped in heat-retaining layers or sleeping in a room that's too warm, your core temperature spikes, and your nervous system goes from calm to wake mode. That's when your bladder signal sneaks in, and you find yourself walking half asleep to the bathroom. So how can you fix this? Start with your sleep environment. The ideal room temperature for deep sleep is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. This might feel cool at first, but it allows your body to relax and stay in the deeper stages of sleep. Next, evaluate your sleepwear. Avoid synthetic fabrics like polyester, fleece, or nylon. They trap heat and prevent your skin from breathing. Instead, choose natural, breathable fabrics like cotton, bamboo, or linen. These materials allow airflow, reduce sweating, and keep your body in a cooler, more balanced state. What about blankets? Layer lightly. Instead of one thick blanket, try 2 thin layers you can adjust during the night. And if you tend to overheat, consider a cooling mattress topper or moisture-wicking sheets designed specifically for temperature control. Here's another tip. Avoid hot showers right before bed. They raise your core temperature, making it harder for your body to cool down when it's time to sleep. Instead, take a warm, not hot, shower 1 to 2 hours before bed, so your body has time to gradually release the heat and shift into sleep mode. Lastly, watch out for hidden heat sources. Heated blankets left on all night, closed windows with no airflow, thick socks or layered sleepwear. All of these contribute to nighttime overheating, and therefore, to unnecessary awakenings. Remember, your body sleeps best when it feels safe, calm, and cool. And your bladder? It stays quieter too, because a well-regulated nervous system isn't so quick to react. So if you've been waking up to pee in the middle of the night, don't just look at what you drank. Look at how you're sleeping, what you're wearing, and the temperature around you. Because sometimes, the real cause isn't inside you, it's wrapped around you. Remember, these solutions are natural, accessible, and can be implemented without any major changes to your routine. You don't need expensive medications or invasive treatments to sleep better. Sometimes, your body simply needs awareness and a few smart adjustments. Start small. Pick just 2 of these tips and try them out tonight. For example, cut back on your after-dinner fluid intake and adjust the temperature of your room. Anticipated results. You might not notice a huge change after just 1 night, but pay attention to the subtle signs. Fewer trips to the bathroom, deeper, uninterrupted sleep, more energy in the morning. These small victories are the beginning of a lasting transformation in your nightly routine and overall health. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and share it with someone who struggles with sleep. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss practical, natural, and transformative tips for living a long and healthy life. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and sleep well.